Hi there, welcome. Thank you for being here today. I hope you're having a beautiful day, night, morning, middle of the night. We're going to get you a little clarity, see what messages would be helpful today. This reading's timeless. Whenever it finds you, it's the right time. See what resonates, leave what doesn't. If this reading finds you in 20 years, actually, if it finds you in 20 years, it's definitely your reading. But see how it feels for you. Use your discernment. Always follow that inner divine guidance because it's in you. And try to make balanced decisions between logic and intuition. So your decisions are sound, based in love, and for the highest, greatest good of everyone. So we're all uplifted in love. Let's begin. Also, I thought of this in one of my last readings. I used to have it in my intro. If you want to make this an interactive tarot oracle reading, feel free to pull your own cards. If you pull the same card, I mean, that's absolute confirmation. That message is for you. But sometimes you can pull a card that's totally different, and that's giving you a deeper like awareness or insight to something to personalize that message that came through for your situation. So see how it feels. Let's begin. I'm going to start with the archetypes. Pull an archetype, kind of look at the message intuitively, and then we'll go to the book at the end of the reading and see how it all ties together. So let's see what God, Source, Holy Spirit, Christ consciousness, our higher selves, angels and energies of love have for the highest, greatest good of all. What is the prominent archetype energy helpful to know about and connecting to the collective right now, possibly connecting to someone you are connected to if you are a cross watcher. And this is giving you insight on someone, but we'll still pull you some messages. What would be helpful today to know? What is the opening message? Please and thank you. What is this? The sustainer. It looks like whoever was sustaining something was stuck in a box. There's a universe around them. They're being a square. They're holding on to something important, but I feel like whatever this person is holding on to has to be, because it looks like a ball of clay. So instead of a hard rock, maybe somebody was stuck between a rock and a hard stone. I feel like they have to be a little more flexible with how something grows. And it also looks like if there was something in a box, the lid on that box is gone. So maybe somebody is opening up to more opportunities. I actually see something like a jack-in-the-box, like really jumping out of that box. So the sustainer, but that could be someone that feels like they have to always keep everything in line, keep everything in order, you know, build upon that solid foundation. But I feel like there's something that was missing. Maybe somebody had to open up their mind, color outside the lines a little. It looks like outside here is where all the energy is. So let's kind of put that aside and see what that is. But let's go to something different. Actually, let's do this one. The purple matches the purple on that card. I also feel like there's something here where you or someone else is opening up to spiritual energy more. I actually see the pineal gland opening up. So maybe pay attention to creativity, to visions, to flashes of like little pictures and or imagery that you get. Symbolism. What is this? This is the Sacred Traveler. I looked at that 444. I haven't used this deck in a while. So let's get a message from you, from the Sacred Traveler. What is another message on the Sustainer? I don't know why with this, I feel like somebody felt boxed in. I also feel like somebody has to stay, I want to say stay true to their authentic truth, but I don't know why I feel like maybe there was somebody being confused by outside energies, or their outside energies confused by somebody's actions. Because I keep seeing that Jack in the box, but I don't feel like there's a spring. I feel like somebody's actually just flying out of the box. So maybe somebody is confused why someone's actions are so outside their norm. I do feel like somebody might be standing up for themselves. I also feel like there's somebody who doesn't have to be validated for why they are making a certain move at all. Especially if they're always being confused by outside sources. I'm not sure why I saw that. So let's get more messages and see how it all connects. What is another message? First light, beginning. Well, that might be why. Somebody wants to definitely jump out of the box. Somebody wants to think outside the box. Somebody wants to expand that box to not be a box at all and be broader territory. Step into some place where there's a clean slate, because there's interesting, because there's snow here and there's flowers flying in the sky. And there's a little bird's nest. I guess it would be a robin. It looks like the color of robin's eggs. Also, that makes me think of very specifically Sleeping Beauty turquoise, which is a gorgeous turquoise stone. Maybe turquoise is your birthstone, or you have a piece of turquoise jewelry that I actually hear was a gift, or you want to give as a gift. That's a powerful stone. This is a conundrum. So maybe that's why something was so confusing. It's the sunshine that's out and it's night. It's the snow, but it's also spring and summer and fall, because you got a leaf here. Look at that card. So maybe there's something about the rotation of seasons, or the season that you're in is the season to begin. It's not really about a certain season being right. It's about now is the time that is right, especially if you want to start. It's first light. So I am getting that this is inspiration or an idea that somebody wants to act upon, pursue. It's so exciting. It feels like somebody doesn't even have an alarm. Like they were almost like a kid when they know Santa Claus is coming and they're up all night, or they know it's their birthday the next day, or they know they're going to the amusement park and they're so antsy they don't really sleep right. It's kind of that feeling that I'm getting right now. So it feels like somebody really is antsy for a new beginning. You know, a fresh, clean slate, another chance. I am getting with that star, there's that one star that's brighter than the others. So very specifically, if some of you feel like your soul kind of connects to serious, maybe somebody was way too serious over here, but I am getting the star system. Sirius is such a beautiful star in the sky. It has like this rainbow twinkly glowy thing around it. I have found myself outside and almost lost time. I know that's really weird, but like looking at Sirius, and it's almost like I don't know where I went. It's so bright, but I also feel like maybe there's something about your specific north node. I am getting that energy lately with you guys. It's like you're coming out of that comfort zone, which is not so comfortable anymore once you've gotten out of a karmic cycle. Once you've gone through that soul lesson to be in that environment or in that partnership or in that job or doing that thing, doesn't feel right anymore. Where it was comfortable once, you've grown so much that it just doesn't feel like you fit in anymore. You actually feel like the oddball in your usual situation. And you start to get that inner calling towards your north node, which is your true destiny, which is what you are actually here to strive for, reach for, head towards, and really elevate because. So maybe if you know your birth chart, check out your North Node. That'll tell you a lot about your destiny, what you are to become, embody what you could be. And if you want to look at some karmic situations, maybe check out the South Node. But you're ready to begin a new cycle. It's almost like the Fool. There's an energy in this card where it feels like the winds of change have arrived. I almost feel like a lot of you are tapping into just overall energies, whether that's in a group or you and a specific person or just inside of yourself, and following that guidance. Really feeling more than just what you see with your eyes or you hear with your ears, because there's so many other energies and layers around us that unless you're aware of it, you can just bypass it or not tap into it, or, you know, let it pretend like it's nothing. A lot of times people feel it, but then they don't have conscious awareness of what it is. I do feel like you're becoming more aware of the energies that you feel, whether that's in a place, a person, a group, or in you. I just heard you have to pursue something. Time to pursue. That means you have to like be, I'm getting like a go-getter. Go-getter? That was weird. Maybe that's for some of you. Well, I just said weird and I brought the weird world. Very appropriate little segue. Let's go to the weird world, see what's going on. And then maybe we can clarify with that other tarot deck. I really liked it. It was really interesting. It was kind of like all words. So let's do that. Let's start there and go with the flow. Let's ask about this first light. I don't know why I just heard first kiss. And I just thought of that song. Is it Faith Hill? I think it's Faith Hill. This kiss, that kiss. I don't know. I just went country on you guys. Wow, that was so fast. Well, you got the Page of Cups. That would be the first kiss. There we go. That's very, very perfect. That's like feeling like it's the first time you ever fell in love. You can be in your 70s and meet somebody and realize that you've never really been in love like you are with a certain person. And it's like, you don't even know who you are or what to do. The page, oh, interesting. You also have something, woo, that's a harsh card. That came out too. Maybe it's your first heartbreak. Maybe it's something where you opened up your heart and did not work out, or you didn't handle something properly, or somebody else didn't handle you with maturity of emotion, maturity of even spirit. It doesn't mean somebody was an immature person. It actually looks like this person is an adult. They do feel like a fish out of water, but it does look like their cup, their chalice, the glow of their heart is pretty special. It is unique. It could be a Pisces energy. But if you have this heavy, I don't like the Three of Swords, but if it came through, it needed two. But it's like when you know that first time you really love somebody and then, oh my goodness, you think it's the very end of the world when they're gone. But then usually if you are someone young and you're a teenager, you do get over that and realize that, oh, there's another one. Thank you, next. But at the moment, it didn't feel like that. I'm not saying that's not all of you. I do feel like maybe some of you, side note, if you do have children that are about that age and they are maybe in the having their first crush state of mind, they might be going through it and not telling you right now. So maybe be the cool, mom, dad, grandma, grandpa, sister, brother, friend, step parent, whatever. And I don't feel like you can push them to talk, but maybe it's opening up about your own experiences or just being there if they need you. That is not a message for everyone. But this, I'm kind of getting for some of you, somebody just kind of treated you with immaturity. And that might have been because your love was glowing in such a way they just didn't know how to handle it or what to do, or if that's real. I do feel like mostly this new beginning is somebody taking maybe their heart out of a box. I just thought of Heart-Shaped Box by Nirvana. And healing from the situation, because there is rain here. So the rain is a cleanse. The clouds are going to go away. Tomorrow is a new day. Each day does get better. And I feel like if that's not your situation, maybe somebody else had to take some time to really heal from some heartbreak. That takes time, and that sucks ass. Heartbreak sucks. It sucks. You know, when your heart is really going through it, you can't think about anything else. You can go in your day, get up and go to work, but that feeling is like, oh, it's like overwhelming. It's always there until it's not, until it eases. Doesn't mean it doesn't sneak on back. But Page of Cups is usually somebody who wants to open their heart. They want to take a chance. They want to experience love. This is also somebody, whatever I said before, where you're opening up your intuitive abilities. This is somebody learning about them. You know, learning and to trust and follow those psychic insights when they come in, those spiritual downloads. This is definitely somebody who wants to have a new, fresh experience. They want to fall in love. This could be somebody just sending you a little love text, a little, you know, love call, asking you out on a date, being really curious. They don't know you. You know, you are a unique experience. Therefore, they feel kind of new and like a fish out of water. You know, what is that date going to be like? What is this going to turn into? You know, how is this love going to grow? Is it going to grow? But it's somebody who has a lot of dreams. I always feel like the Page of Cups is the one that looks extra cute one day because they know their crush is at work or they know their crush is at school. Just in case, you know, they happen to have a conversation and they, you know, it's like, I always see it like the little kid that kisses themselves in the mirror to practice. But I do feel like this is something new coming in where you kind of, I'm just getting, you feel like it's like the first time you fell in love, but better. So let's clarify. This could be Pisces, also Scorpio or Cancer, but it could just be somebody who has water in their chart. I also want to say, look at where your 7th house is. What sign do you have your 7th house in? You know, I have my 7th house in Libra, which is the ruler of Venus. I don't know why I just shared that, but maybe it's Libra energy. Maybe it's looking at your Venus sign too, especially if you're into a love reading. That's a good way to get deeper insight. Why is the Page of Cups here specifically? Tell us about the Page of Cups. This new experience. Also, a page might not be a... Okay, a lot fell, but only one is upright. Guess what it is? Of course it is. It's the 2 of Cups. So it's about love. Somebody wants to take another chance. Somebody wants to begin a cycle because of somebody they met. Somebody's beginning a new cycle and doing something different in their life. And in comes love out of nowhere. Just when they thought they would never open up their heart again, all of a sudden they feel like a little teenager wanting to make out in the back of the car. And all of a sudden, this thing that was so hurtful before it's not really something to notice anymore. Now, I don't think it's this person coming in and making that go away. I do feel like there was healing that happened in the in-between. So you have the Two of Cups, you have a partnership coming in. You have two people that want to dive into that ocean emotion, catch every wave together, coming in with full cups. I do feel like this is romance, and I do feel like this is not just a choice, even though it's a 2 card. It's just almost like the choice was made when you met each other. Like, of course you want to be with that other person. Of course you want to see where it goes. Of course you want to dive into that experience. Look in that person's eyes and see their soul. Have more conversations to gain maturity in this partnership and see where it could go. Because the only way you're going to know is to have more and more experiences. And it's very realistic in life to know that maybe not every day is rainbows and butterflies. Maybe you have some arguments, you learn more about each other. Maybe there's an argument and that's a separation and that was an experience and you learn more about yourself, and that's not your forever person. But maybe you go through something and you actually heal one another. Maybe you go through something and you get stronger because of what you went through. Maybe you go through something and you keep choosing to come back with a full cup. Maybe you go through something and you recognize the value in self-love. Because the Two of Cups is not where suddenly your Prince Charming or Princess Charming walks in and now you can have happiness. Now everything in your life is A-okay and beautiful, because that's so much pressure to put on somebody else. It shouldn't be up to anybody else to be the reason that you are happy or the only reason why you have love in your life. It's so much stronger if you come in already loving yourself and loving someone else, but also continuing that self-love energy and not placing all that obsessive energy only into somebody else, which sometimes can happen with this Page of Cups. They can't see anything other than that beautiful cup in front of their face. So maybe there is a maturity coming through and somebody is keeping their friends, the things that they started, the projects they want to work on. It could also be where here there's another person that comes in and they are so different or like, but maybe that is somebody who helps somebody get out of the box or think a little different or color outside of the lines. Maybe that's somebody that always colors outside the lines and the other person comes in to give them a little more structure. You know, when the Two of Cups is in balance, it's where you are getting the chance to have a partnership with somebody because usually they have something you lack and vice versa, so that you grow. Because we're down here to grow. And we grow a lot from our partnerships with others, whether that's love, friendship, family, coworkers, or interactions we get to have with people that are just passersby. Sometimes a passerby conversation is like a little angel that comes in your life that can really give you an idea or, you know, totally throw you on a different course, a different timeline of what you were doing by whatever you were discussing, by what they presented to you. Usually that's divinely whispered in somebody's ear because it was supposed to get you down a different road. But you can have one conversation with a person, and that was a soulmate you were supposed to have one conversation with, because that changed everything. Interesting. Also, sometimes it's the people that aren't the closest to us that we really hear. Sometimes the people closest to us can like have something really wise to say, but because they're so close, you don't really hear it. And then you go to someone else and you don't really like have any, you know, connection to it all, but somehow you connect. I always think it's like that, you know, if you have a child that wants to play an instrument, you probably have to go get a teacher that's not you. Let's say you play that instrument and you're like, you know, you're a genius at the guitar and you want to teach your kid guitar, but they're not going to hear you if you're the teacher. But you go and get another teacher and they flourish. You know, they got the talent from you, but they couldn't really get that lesson from you. It's recognizing that. I don't know, that was kind of an interesting thing to see. Maybe some of you have a kid that wants to play an instrument as well. Maybe that's you. You're 75 years old, but you always want to play guitar. Maybe you should go get a teacher. Right now, you can go online or on your phone and watch some pretty good teachers. It's not going to be quite as good as having that personal experience with somebody who can correct you and be there one-on-one. But you can get yourself started. It's never too late to learn something new, especially if it's making your heart sing and twinkle a little bit. I'm also seeing that some of you might find a new hobby or project or something where maybe that is a good start if you are in this heartbreak energy to help you focus that love back into yourself on something that you will be into other than being hurt by somebody else. Maybe that's a good place to begin. What can you look forward to tomorrow? Or what can you do today to start to plan, if it's not tomorrow, pretty soon, that you have to look forward to? So let's clarify with this deck. It's a little weird. Clarify. Let's go to that dark one. Clarify the Three of Swords. Please and thank you. Why is the Three of Swords coming in? Tell us about because somebody doesn't want to be in heartbreak anymore. You got the Fool. Beginning a new cycle. Big time. Maybe there is somebody who's not coming along with that new cycle. I did see somebody outside confused to someone's movements. Also, with this upside down, I did see a soulmate that was there for a conversation. Sometimes you have a soulmate that's there for 10 years. Sometimes you have a soulmate that's there for 3 months. Sometimes you have a soulmate that's there for 25 years. But we evolve and we grow, and people don't always grow together. But if there's one person that's on one page and somebody else is stuck in a box or stuck on another page trying to sustain what was, then that energy is going to feel stagnant. It's going to feel like a dirty fish tank circulating but not really ever being cleansed. So it's with love and hopefully maturity, but not everybody is mature when it comes to partnerships. Some people really desire something and they get selfish. And sometimes that selfish energy comes because they are really hurt. They don't know what else to do. They're really scared to lose what they know than to embrace possible new changes that the universe wants to bring in their life that might expand their life even more grand than what they were settling with. Especially if they were settling with unrequited love or not ever being on the same page. Constant heartache and arguments. So I'm getting here blind acceptance and radical acceptance of truth. Whoever wants a new start here, whether that's you that needs a new fresh start, or that's somebody else you're connected to, or somebody else is connected to. Somebody wants to be the Fool. Somebody wants to go back to being that wide-eyed, wonder, bushy-tailed, don't know what's going to happen, but really excited about some new energy territory. Somebody's also learned a lot about who they are and the value of their heart, the value of their worth, their time, their attention, their love through those experiences leading up to this fresh start. So this fresh start is not going to be a recycled pattern of the last book. It's going to be a new book because you do things different, but it's still a new book and you still are here to learn and you're still here to grow. So you're going to still have new lessons along the way, but the lessons that you've overcome, you're not going to like rinse and repeat. I am ready to take a leap of faith and jump into the unknown for the first time in my life. I said something about the first kiss or somebody feeling like this is the first time they actually fell in love. Even if they thought they were in love before, maybe that was a partnership where that definition or idea of love was maybe a little immature or possibly not as spiritual, well-rounded as what is coming in now. or a certain person that they are thinking about that is catapulting this new start. I am ready to take a leap of faith, jump into the unknown for the first time in my life. And I allow myself to have faith and trust God. That's pretty big. That's stepping through that portal. That's, for some people, it's a complete starting over in life. And that can be scary. That can make somebody hesitate at that portal for a little while. Sit on the fence or sit on the crossroads or stay in the box, even if they can see how big it is out there, if they only took the lid off that box. But that's territory that's undiscovered, uncharted, and that can be scary. Not everybody takes new beginnings easily. Some people have a hard time, adjusting. That's a lot. Some people love it. They're like, new start? Yeah, when can we do it tomorrow? Let's do it. So, I'm getting different personalities. But I do feel like whoever personality energy I'm tapping into here hasn't had a new start in a while, or has been stalling on a new start too long, or feels like they're taking a big chance, a big old leap of faith, but it looks like fish out of water or not, following their heart is guiding them to the right person. It could be somebody is supporting them on the start, coming with them on the new start, or they find along that journey. Let's ask about the page. This message, this love message. Do you hear Rose? I think that's her. I need to go out. I'm sure she grouching in the other room. I'm going to let her out. I'm going to pull some clarity cards, but I'll be right back. All right, we're going to clarify these two, the Page of Cups and the Two of Cups. But I grabbed the Love Angels because I like that this has they're actually pretty deep, the messages in here. So let's get a little insight or a little wisdom on this leap of faith. Beginning a new cycle. What is a message when it comes to matters of the heart right now, past situations, or future insight for the collective to know? What is a wise message that would be helpful for whoever is watching this reading? Please and thank you. Interesting, because you have the Sustainer here, and now you have let go of the need to control. Allow the situation to unfold naturally. So if something is out of your hands, what is close by, or what can you control? That's usually just you. You shouldn't be wanting to control anybody else. If somebody chooses to work with you, that's free will. But to try to control a situation puts too much energy on something, and it can't unfold naturally. It can't grow naturally. It has to be a natural experience. And that might not be you. That might be what somebody else is gaining maturity on. That could also be why somebody was going through this situation, if they were trying to control somebody else's feelings or movement. And it could be somebody else's lesson if they had somebody putting that energy towards them. I feel like this is somebody that is learning to get in the driver's seat of their own chariot. So let's get one more. What is another wise message from the Love Angels? What does Cupid have to say to the collective right now? Please and thank you. What is a little Love Angel message? I feel like I should ask about future. What is a future message to know about? You've got two. Your future message is that you're going to find a soulmate. Also, I had all that information, or that, all of the different soulmates that came through. So, a soulmate is somebody really important in your life. A soulmate can be a family member. A soulmate can be a friend. It doesn't have to be a lover, but it's somebody who has a soul contract with you to usually gracefully learn a lesson. It's not a karmic situation. It is where there is love. It doesn't mean it's a forever person, but it does mean it brings something really beneficial for each of your souls to get through. And it usually has an undercurrent of love about it. Yes, if you're wondering, yes, this is the person, this person is your soulmate. Your connection is sacred. I feel like for a lot of you, this is somebody new. Or this is somebody that you are thinking about, but more experiences have to come through. Maybe it starts with a beginning. And that beginning is bringing you balance, which is where you want to be in a partnership. It should be balanced. Even if, you go all over the place during one day, during a cycle, it's always if you can come back into balance. If it's always imbalanced, then it's too heavy on one side and too light on the one side. And that's going to be draining, not sustaining. So there needs to be a healthy balance. This is ding when it's important. This is how you know it's probably something lasting for you. This is that different kind of soulmate energy. There needs to be a healthy balance of physical, we'll have to have a little chemistry there. Also physical effort, emotional, and spiritual. If there's one that's way imbalanced, it's a relationship that's not going to be sustainable. It could also be where if there was an imbalance, that is part of a lesson that was gained so that when the right person comes in, what does this say? It says to be sustainable. You see that? Wow. I love when synchronicity comes through so much. Makes me so happy. So whatever is coming in a new cycle, this is going to have a different kind of sustainability. It's going to feel different. So let's ask about the Page of Cups. Tell us about the Page of Cups, please. What would be helpful to know on this little love offer, this new feeling, this romance that's blossoming or going to, this chance. I keep getting dings. I feel like when dings come through, those are extra messages for you. And you have the Nine of Swords. So once I start to focus on our problems, it's hard to stop. And then I get paranoid that it will get even worse and they fall into anxiety. This is somebody not sleeping at night. This is somebody that became overwhelmed by somebody else's actions or lack of their own actions, or focused on what could possibly go wrong instead of how it could turn out right, or accepted what was constantly going wrong instead of making a decision for this leap of faith towards where balance could come in. But this balance also first has to come inside of an individual, not because of a partnership. It has to be you putting healthy energy into your body, treating your body like a temple, tapping into your spirituality, and really recognizing all of the emotions you feel, and without judgment. Because if there's a pushing down of any emotion, all it does is pop up at an awkward time. So somebody was in the Nine of Swords energy. It could also be, because I see that upside down, that the Page of Cups, or with the Nine of Swords upside down, is that person that's thinking about that first kiss over and over and over and over and over. They're not replaying weird ass scenarios or situations. They're actually like reliving that one. But how do you make steps towards knowing that you're going to have other amazing situations, whether it's with that person they're thinking about or Maybe God knows better and has somebody that's going to give you an even better, situation than that fantasy that was replaying over and over, because it's still stressing somebody out. Let's clarify the Nine of Swords. Why is the Nine of Swords here? Because somebody's very practical. Somebody doesn't normally step outside of the comfort zone. Somebody only wants to offer that love to where they see long-term potential. So that brand new beginning is it's a little hard for someone, because they don't want to put, their heart into something that might not work and bring heartache. But until you have more experiences and get through the heartache and get through that beginning, you're not going to know how long something could last. This is usually somebody who has a very solid offer. They know how to manifest. If they want to manifest a new beginning, they're going to. This is somebody very sensual. I mean, even though usually sensuality is with these, the water signs. Sometimes the water signs can go ice because there's so much emotion that they feel that sometimes that is shut down. Whereas earth is a kind of grounded sensuality, sort of where time melts away. Every second lasts like it's eternity. They're very deliberate in their actions. And they want to, it's earth. They want to put their hands in the ground. They want to feel something. They want to really be in the experience. King of Pentacles is not afraid of some hard work, whether that's into another person, but they want to know that their effort, their energy is valued. They don't want to have these brilliant plans and then have it not work out. But usually the king is pretty strong. It's not somebody that's, a spring chicken here. It's somebody that's gone through a lot, ups and downs and ins and outs, but they always get back to grounded. If the King of Pentacles is upside down, it is somebody that could be way too involved in the material world. That's somebody not listening to their intuition, going with the rules and the plans and what society says fits in the box and the status quo. Really concerned about outside appearances, what they have, what they acquire, what the stuff is. And they will always feel, like they're being molded by something outside of their control, even though they feel like they're in control. The King of Pentacles upright is beautiful. It's a strong king. It's somebody that wants to come in with a solid offer because they want to be there for the future. I am practical and a very good investor. If there is anything you need in the material world, you can count on me, King of Pentacles. But it looks like this King of Pentacles energy with all of this here is probably overwhelmed by how much emotion he felt from a situation, getting out of a situation, getting into a new situation, or something coming in and blossoming in his life. Because that doesn't feel so practical to put into words how you feel or why you fell in love with a certain person. Hi, Rose. Rose is trying to get a free back rub from my multitasking skills, aren't you? Let's clarify the Two of Cups. Why is the Two of Cups here? Tell us about the Two of Cups, please, and thank you. What do we need to know? Oh, that went back. What do we need to know about the Two of Cups? Rose wants me to play with her. Clarify the Two of Cups. Why is the Two of Cups here? You got another two. So it's not just a matter of the heart, it's a matter of the spirit. It's not just emotions, it's energy, it's enthusiasm, it's chemistry, it's magnetism. Also, I kind of feel like the Two of Cups clarifying the Two of Wands for me is both a lot of passion and a lot of emotion. That is a lot of big energy within a partnership. I also feel like this could be, for some of you, not a love situation. It could be a really good business partnership. For some of you, it could be both. And you've got a big old power couple situation here, and that's pretty awesome. But this is where somebody's creative with you. There's a creative flow together. It's sometimes considered dominion. So sometimes there has to be a block if there wasn't a creative flow. So there can be a flow somewhere else. The Two of Wands is where somebody has gotten past that whew, what just happened? That was a lot of sparkle in your spirit kind of thing. And now they're like, no, I need to make some plans on that. I want to feel it again. I want to have another experience. So they start to book the ticket. They start to make plans towards a new beginning. They start to get at least to that portal for that leap of faith, even if they can't see everything in the long-term future like this king wants to. They trust that at least knowing the next couple steps might be all they need. I am planning on how to turn this passion I have for you into something, interesting, because you just got that king. Planning on turning that passion into something practical. I want the best approach to taking action. That's actually really nice. That means that this king feels a little passion, listening to his intuition, following guidance because of someone, or ends up in the future, combining that energy with someone. But this is somebody who wants it not to be a short-lived, passionate, lusty affair. This is somebody who wants to have that energy every single night for the rest of their life. So they're taking a practical approach so it doesn't fizzle away. That's actually really solid. That's a solid ass offer coming through. So let's go to something different. I think we have to end this reading soon because Rose is itchy and my messages are like kind of dinging from all over the place. So I do feel like I need to attend to that and see what's going on. So let's see. Clarify what an angel number is right now for the collective on 2 of Wands, 2 of Cups, King of Pentacles, 9 of Swords, the Fool, the 2 of Cups. I think I said that, 3 Swords, and the Page of Cups. Please. Oh, and I have to read from the book. So yeah, let's get one of these. Message, please, for the collective. 15, 51. I love that you have a palindrome. It's like Bob, B-O-B, B-O-B. Hannah. I just thought of Hannah. Keep your dream. What's your dream? Dreams, focus, faith, courage, goals, spirit. Focus on the positive. Not this. This just gets you stuck. The what ifs, how come, why nots, scenario land that doesn't exist. Focus on the dreams and then have that allowance to just let it go, release control. It's when that's how you manifest. You really embody it, picture it, and then let it go and trust that it could happen even better. You're going to leave that to God. And focus on the positive, stay dedicated to your desired outcomes. It's time to, here's your king, it's time to invest your faith and efforts into your ideas and pursue your goals with unwavering determination. Your spirit is both beautiful and courageous. You're sensitive and you're strong. Both are your strengths. What can you do today to align with your dreams? How will you, How will you stay motivated and focus despite challenges? Create a vision board. Oh, I like it's giving you homework. Create a vision board or set clear goals to stay focused on dreams. Remind yourself why these goals matter and let this motivation drive you to trust in your courage and keep moving forward. Trust in your courage. What is your leap of faith? Let's take this one. So let's see what the book says on, where is it? Where's your round card? These Roman numerals. All right, XX. XX, IV. Nope, it's VI. Here, the sustainer. All right, guys. The peacemaker, the upholder, and the preserver. The sustainer is the second archetype in the trio of existence, work behind the scenes, tending to the tasks of life. They cultivate, that's definitely the King of Pentacles. Actually, it's giving me a little bit of the behind the scenes thing, is kind of like the Knight. They do a lot of work where you don't see them. They also kind of take their time, and you don't see how hard they're working when you're not there. Sometimes you just see that success or see that goal, not all of the energy and effort and continual perseverance they use to get there. They cultivate gardens, they pay bills, they keep meals warm and mouths sweetly fed. The sustainer is at peace in the process of life, knowing there is no start or finish to humble yet meaningful tasks. They have a natural inclination to nourish others, to archive, to preserve Earth's resources, to consider environmental impact, because they're earthy. You got the King of Pentacles. Someone cares about Mother Earth. Good job. To see their role in the divine cycle of life, it's common for the sustainer to become overworked. That's also something that can happen with that king. They can overwork so much, be so worried about the bills and what they acquire and the goals that they put love on the back burner, and then their life goes farther and farther and farther and farther, and they realize they had opportunities in their life they really should have maybe made room for. Where's your balance card? It's all about the balance. For some of you, it's the opposite. You're overly concerned with love land, and you have this North Node divine calling that, you know, you're really supposed to live this legacy or tap into your destiny. You have to get a little earthy, a little realistic with all that insight you're given, so you can get grounded and you can prosper, so you can have abundance in your life. So it's balance. Everyone's situation's different. Where is this? Become overworked, which leads to resentment. That's a shitty place to be. Their tasks aren't glamorous, and therefore the sustainer rarely receives the credit or attention. The sustainer longs to hold things in place so badly, especially relationships. I did see somebody who was holding on to somebody else, or really being in that South Node, not wanting things to change, even though it doesn't feel right. That they resist necessary change. Take time with this archetype. It is within us all, and it needs our love. That's all of us. You know, you have something that you love. You want it to last. You don't want to let it go. Sometimes it's the reality of needing to. When it's light, it's abundant, generous, supportive, reliable. When it's dark, it's overworked, resentful, trapped, and tired. Go deeper. Lakshmi, Vishnu, and Demeter. It says, take note of the differences between maintaining and sustaining. Which action describes your life more accurately? Contemplate what truly sustains you. Make a list. You have two things telling you to do some homework. Get to do a vision board, get a little creative, and now you got to get a little logical and make a list. Notice how simple yet powerful those things are. Spend time tending them. I feel like if this is somebody that has things they need to handle, because I got a lot of stuff about kids before. This is somebody who has things that absolutely are responsibilities. I don't see this person as being impractical about sustaining the different aspects of their life that they love. Because you do have the Page of Cups here. But if they're not attending the love and truth of who they are and figuring out a way to blend something together. Because a leap of faith doesn't have to be completely ending this and completely starting something new. Sometimes there's that merging of two worlds in between. But unless you start to take steps on how that world can merge, you're not going to know. But if the one world that you should have left, you're not, that's just going to start to get more and more closed, more and more uncomfortable, until so much time goes by, you could have made steps, or this person could have made steps so long ago to bring them towards the truth of their soul, the joy of their heart, the person of their dreams, the expansion of their life. But it has to be step by step. But if you know one direction is taking you in circles and you're not stepping outside of your comfort zone, then that's like a regretful energy. You look back and then you're in that 9 of Swords for how long? Thinking of all the things you could have done differently instead of just doing something differently. So, whew, I hope that was helpful. I'm going to go play with Rose. And thank you for being here. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day or night. Thank you so much for blessing my life and being here with me and Rose. And I very much look forward to seeing you tomorrow.